Hello!
Hi!
So, for this edition of Yo Blogger, we're going to be talking about the Obama effect.
The U.S. Secret Service agents were investigating a Facebook poll that asked people whether they thought Barack Obama should be assassinated.
Just for real, healthcare is a serious issue. People have the right to feel a certain amount of entitlement. I get it. But there's no reason, ever, that a person should ask whether someone should be assassinated.
Well, the question posed was, should Obama be killed? And the answers were no, maybe, yes, and yes if he cuts my health care.
Okay, honestly, and for anybody to say that this is not racially motivated, when when Martin Luther King, all of these people have been assassinated. Yes, JFK was assassinated as well, but I just feel like there's this charge in this whole healthcare movement, and people keep saying, oh no, well, anybody who ran for president would be having these same issues. Well, when you add race on top of those issues, you get things like this Facebook poll. Speaking of strange and just really odd and awkward,
the Prime Minister of Italy made a comment which was kind of awkward, to say the least. At least part of his quote during one of his speeches read, he said, "I will try to help relations between Russia and the U.S., where a new generation has come to power. I don't see problems for I can't pronounce the name, sorry, establishing good relations with Obama, who is also handsome, young, and suntanned."
Berlusconi, I think is the name. Berlusconi. I'm sure some of you out there in Yo Blogger land can help us out with that.
Yeah.
But basically, the man just kept talking about and overly emphasizing the fact that Obama was tanned. What? Newsflash, light-skinned black people to middle brown-skinned black people can get tan. It happens. It's not some new racially motivated phenomenon. We can tan.
There was a story released last week on CNN about something the artist Common said about the effect of Obama on hip hop. And there's been a steering away of the bling and the rims to a more, how would you describe it?
Middle ground.
Middle ground between the two. And our Erica X did a little quick research into the top 10 or 5 songs on YouTube as to if that were true. Is music shifting gears because of Obama? What did you find, Miss X?
Lonnie Rashid Lynn Jr. I appreciate your thought process and your wanting to believe that our president has any effect whatsoever on the thoughts and the minds of popular culture. So I looked at the Billboard Top 100, and let's just take a look at this. Number 2 on the list out of 10, and let's just do the top 15, just for shits and giggles. Run This Town. Yeah, there's a lot of things about the economy in there. We could, go to those, but I won't. The number 1 song is the Black Eyed Peas' Good Night. The first line of that song is "Let's live it up. Got some money, spend it up." Down featuring Lil Wayne, I have to say, in that song, Lil Wayne says, "Down like the economy." I have a list. Did you catch that? Forever. Drake says, "Swimming in the money." In that same song, Kanye says, "Running things like Mr. or Mrs. Obama's husband." I would be cautioned in saying that it affects the less bling of hip hop. To me, talking about how much money you have is an innate facet to black music, and not only black music but hip hop in general. It's what you do.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Outside of the music, do you think there's been any kind of social changes of the fact that Obama has maybe created a sort of quote, a standard of some sort that the Black community has leaned towards since his inauguration. Like, has there been
honestly, I think it's hard to say. I think it's hard to say. Like, people have this whole perception, like, where they feel like, you know, young Black men are lifting up their pants more because Obama doesn't wear his pants sagging. But to obviously infer that Obama would have his pants sagging, like, that's just ludicrous. I honestly, personally, I don't see it. I think people are going to do and portray what's popular. You know what I mean? And if it's popular to talk about, like, money and all the girls you have. I mean, Drake. I want the money, the cars, and the clothes, and the hoes, I suppose. That kind of stuff, honestly, I don't see Obama being president being the thing that throws it off the chart.
Well, that's the Word from America X today on Yo Blogger.
And our subsequent Yo
our
blog
sub placement for Hella Black Blogger, who is in Ghana, who will hopefully sending us her vlogs, maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. So we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in.
Later.